some good old-fashioned cringe, Kyle. Have you prepared your spine, Kyle?
Ooh, corporate pride.
Yes.
What about the Saudi Arabian branch? Do they have pride too?
No, weirdly enough, none of the companies have changed their logo in Saudi Arabia.
Oh God. See, I have family that works at Microsoft's headquarters, and I've been there, and like they have really good food court, by the way. But the other one thing I want to say, I know it's random, but the one thing I want to say is, you know what's funny is I remember going there, and all I saw was like old people, mostly old white people, because like they're old programmers and stuff. I didn't see like young hip kids working there. So I imagine these people don't actually work at like the head building. They're just like in the back. Oh God, they have the pronouns in their oh God, it's
Of course they do.
oh no.
Like,
Oh.
scroll down a little bit to the big picture where you've got a bunch of them LARPing in retarded costumes.
It's like my culture. Your culture's
They
cringe.
probably scoured the entirety of Microsoft to find a handful of these little things and just place them on their thing. It's like, look, we're very inclusive. And what have you got here? Like, okay, I want to just point out, Pride is nothing more than a corporatist culture at this point. It's to sell you shit. Microsoft, a bloody software developer, has this. Go up to the area where they've got their profiles and look at the Candy, the big one. As a queer, indigenous, non-binary, two-spirit warrior queen, I embrace Lakota culture.
Lakota. Oh no, the poor tribe.
The poor tribe. Imagine the Lakota Indians of 200 years ago looking at this, just as a single tear rolls down their cheek.
They're like, damn, the Whitey did
My
win.
people.
Whitey
did win.
That was goddamn beautiful.
That's a brilliant quote right there.
Right as the tear drops, you know.
The whites, they did win.
Oh no. Could have fought harder.
It'd be like that commercial with the Indian tear and they're talking about pollution. Like, first they killed my people, then they did far worse.
They made them fucking retarded. Oh no. That's hilarious. Warrior queen. Okay. Like, warrior queen of what? You're the queen of the Lakota people? Is that what she's insinuating?
Well, she has two spirits, so there's two of her. So I'm assuming the one is the queen, the other is the warrior, I guess.
Go to your chieftain and tell him that your spirit is the chieftain and he needs to step aside for your spirit.
Yep.
I doubt the tribal chieftain will be like, yes. I'm pretty sure he'll be like, get up.
Who knows, Kyle? Who knows? Maybe he is just as corrupted as the rest of them.
He's been supplanted. You know, that's actually kind of sad, though. Because the sad reality is most of those tribes' cultures, like, they're going to be right out of existence.
Like, we already crushed their nations. We already drove their warriors before us and put them into tiny little reservations where most of them died under horrible, inhumane conditions. And now we do this to them. Like, good God. I'm starting to believe that Whitey might just be evil, Kyle. I think we might just be evil.
Now we're making a mockery of them.
Like, this is corpse desecration right here. Like, they're already dead. They're not fighting back anymore.
They're embracing westernization, but to the cringest degree.
It's like a hentai show where you rape someone so good they start liking it.
That's one hell of an analogy.
Literal nationalistic mind break hentai.
Look, whatever gets your rocks off, like, you do you.
Next tier NTR right here. Next bloody level.
I mean, if you're into it, knock yourself out. Just don't share it with me. I don't share my stuff publicly. You don't share yours?
You do. You commission hentai of yourself, you lying scum.
What are you talking about? They make that for free. The only one I commissioned was of you and me.
See, he admitted it.
He's like, that's weird.
And of course, it's all political. Like, this has nothing. Like, gay is no longer a sexuality, it seems. It's a political statement now. Like, the top here. Queer rights are human rights. All right. Black trans lives matter. Okay, BLM. Stop Asian hate. Like, who's hating on the Asian people? All right, that's BLM. Oh, whoopsie. It's all politicized now. I mean, the two-spirited warrior queen is just the top of the dumbass ice cream here. You have bloody BLM with the pride swastika. The damned flag has so many colors now, it doesn't even look like a flag anymore. It looks like a retarded toddler threw up on a paint palette.
Pretty much. Honestly, the best part about that is of my audience, I did ask them when we hang out in Discord server. I asked them, like, what are your thoughts on, like, the LGBT thing? Because I was just curious. And, like, I hate it. Because it's like, they're trying to group us up so they can use us for political gains. And corporations love that shit because they fucking monetize the ever-living shit out of them. And that's true. It's sickening and disgusting. The more they try to be quote-unquote inclusive, the more they actually end up just using them as some sort of, like, tool. As if they're not even human. It's actually disgusting when you actually think about it.
That's the thing. Every gay person I've ever spoken to has reacted with nothing but cringe to Pride Month. Because it's... Most of them just be like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'm gay. So what? Like, that's it. I do not want to be paraded through the goddamn streets.
Yes. Being gay does not make them who they are. I forget how he worded it last, but, like, just because I'm gay doesn't make me... Like, that's not who defines me. I'm more complex than just my sexuality.
No, Kyle. You don't understand. We need to try and put people in as smaller boxes as possible. This is the future, Kyle. Get him the box. Get in the box labeled Two-Spirit Warrior Queen.
I'm a warrior queen. Honestly, my spirit is basically God, and so therefore you all owe me $5. There.
I have multiple spirit animals personally. Most of them are morbidly overweight.
Whatever
but, hey, that's
requires
detail.
people to donate and worship me is my spirit. Yes.
Actually, you know, here, Kyle. I believe this is my identity right now. This is what I'm going to sexually identify as here. Okay.
When fucking Barge came back to Twitter, this is the first thing he posted. And I remember all the people just going like, like they were so mad. It was
I sexually identify as the king of Gondor. Prove me wrong.
I mean, if you're gonna be king of a fantasy nation, Gondor's a pretty fucking awesome kingdom.
See, it's a good middle of the road thing. Cause I'm not going to declare myself like king of Numenor, and that's a little bit too far. You know, I have a humbleness in my heart.
You're like, I want a challenge. I'll play Gondor because I know it's not the easy road.
Yes, precisely. And it's all this. God, I hate the corporatization of it. I really do. It's so bloody blatant. I went through a whole list of this with all of the various corporations, and I do love. On Norwegian News, we had a while ago a special report of how difficult it was, even today, to come out as homosexual. And there's a special goddamn government grant for this. Parades are thrown in your honor for this. Like, just stop. What we need to do, Kyle, here, show this one off here. This is the perfect example.
Oh, I saw that on Twitter.
Pride.
That was fucking beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
Skynet. Nice.
Skynet.
SCP Foundation. Umbrella Corporation. Yes, the Umbrella Corporation.
Wayland-Yutani. Building better worlds.
Union Aerospace. That's the Doom Corporation, isn't it?
I think so.
UAC. Yeah, I think so. Mishima's Aperture
Black Mesa.
Black Mesa. That one's good.
I need LexCorp, fucking LexCorp. It's amazing. Like this is how it is. Like you plaster the
No.
colors on, and suddenly it's okay.
The best corporation of all of them, though, is InGen from Jurassic Park because genetics modification.
We make the future.
It's perfect.
I can see it. I can absolutely see the two-spirited warrior queen on just an InGen poster right there. You just slap that up in the corner like, we make the future. Yes. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, with enough funny out of the way, let's do some super chats, and then we'll get to the opposite side of this particular nightmare, shall we? Because where there is light, there is also darkness, Kyle. There is always, always more darkness.
You can't have light without dark.
You can't. Let's see here, YouTube. Tanishnev for 200 Swedish fake kroners. Arch, 2 questions. 1, with Humankind going into closed beta soon, will you make a new updated vid on it? And 2, have you looked into AOS lore recently? Not perfect, but have to say recent lore is actually really good. I am interested in Humankind, so I might do another look on that. We'll see. It's most of the game will be available then, so it's probably a good idea. Age of Sigma, no, I haven't looked into it at all. Like, I just don't care. I would rather spend that time looking into Starship Troopers or almost anything else. Though if they're making it better, well, that is good, and I hope you are right. Though I remember a certain lying, weaselly son of a cockroach telling me that Eternal Crusade was better a while ago, too.
Oh my god, that was fucking great. Listen, okay? Bubbles and I were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we told Arch Eternal Crusade got good? And so like, okay. And so I was like, hey Arch, it got better. And he's playing it with us, right? And he's like, he doesn't feel any better. It was quite funny. We got him to play it one last time. That was the last time he ever touched it, too. It was quite good. That was during winter, if I'm right, December. Holiday season.
Holiday season. One of the many reasons you'll be put up against the wall and bloody shot.
Oh, he got to play it a little bit more. You liked it. You liked playing it for an additional hour. When you wrote your original review, that was when you were like, I'm not going to touch it again until it's done. And then the next hour, if you read Arch's review, because it says he had an extra hour on it, I'm pretty sure that was because that was when we tricked him into playing it again.
It was quite unforgivable. I do have a couple from last week too, which I think came in after the stream was over, so blame yourself. But I'll read them now. Glowing, totally like a woman, Disco votes for something that denies it's her fault for voting that way. When will you understand that your decisions have consequences? Ooh. We're attacking Disco right off the bat. Good, good. I have been told that she was very violent to a guest on Kyle's stream earlier. Yes, attacked him savagely. She did.
I have no comment. I will just say this.
The narrative, Kyle.
Alcohol was involved and everybody was behaving out of character.
All I know is I was told by Kyle specifically that Disco was very mean to him. Yes.
That is also a falsehood. Also known as a lie.
Incorrect. Disco, get him.
He's just hoping to divide. He's trying to divide and conquer, Disco. You're smarter than this. You're smart.
Dragonis Wolflord says, I mean, it's really amusing since they decided to fight the huge monster instead of convincing it. Party wipe incoming. Gibbs chose to follow the guard, who's only a puppet and doesn't give him any help, instead of the sorcerer, who throws gold at him. That's a good point. That's a good point, Kyle. Kyle, why are you responsible for the death of the party in the RP?
What? Oh, God.
You killed the party, Kyle.
People like to backseat game a lot, and so I get a lot of people who fucking join my Discord server for one purpose, being, you should do this in the RP. I'm like, I let the party have the decision, and that's what we're going with. If that kills us all, that's fine. I don't really care because it's just a game and we can just make new characters. Who cares? We die, big deal. We just keep playing. We roll new characters and we go again.
Carl literally rejects all responsibility.
Right click, disband you.
A Dark Innovator. Hail, Lord Archchrist, as your faithful servant, and given you are going back to fantasy, would you ever do a read and reaction on the Archon duology? I would love your opinions and analysis on the characters and events. Well, never say never, but the Horus Heresy breakdown is still a long way in the going. I've still got like 30 books, so maybe.
Not over yet.
Cesario, hey Arch, did you see the guys who made Medieval Dynasty is making a Wild West version? We'll be doing a quick review of that game. Also, hello Kibbs, and I hope you are both doing good today.
We're doing pretty good. How about you?
Maybe, but
maybe.
I mean, they're not sure. They're not done with Medieval Dynasty yet, so I'm not entirely happy with the idea that they're starting another similar project. Because, all right, now you're doing twice the work with half the crew. Like, this seems silly.
I mean, it depends. Like, is the work done and there's just like cleanup work before the other stuff is finished, and the other guys are going off to start the next project? Because I can understand the logic behind that. Or is it not that case?
I'm pretty sure Medieval Dynasty is not done. Yeah, it's still in early access, so.
Yeah, starting another project is a little bit suspicious, especially if you're a tiny studio. Because, like, I can't imagine starting another project unless I need to give more work to a concept artist and they're out of work. I don't want to fire them, so I just put them on project number 2. But we're not even remotely there.
Yeah. Medieval Dynasty is an interesting idea. It's like a single-player building survival thing, which is cool and all, but I don't think it's a good idea for them to start a different version whilst they're still working on that. That's maybe not a great idea. San Diego, she could have fucking used a more traditional name and not fucking Candy. That's another good point. Just meet a Lakota chieftain from the early settlement days and says, not only will we kill you, not only will we take your land and enslave your people, we will make your children's name be Candy. That'll make them fight all the harder, at least. It's like, God goes back to tribe. I am sorry, friends. We are going to have to fight to the death. Surrender is too horrible to contemplate.
I like that.